So I decided to change out this water tank fill because this one is obviously, you know, I don't like the idea of having anybody having access to it. So I got this one online, but here's what's really annoying. So first of all, the size of them is different. This one here that came on the trailer is a lot bigger. I'd say about half an inch. So, you know, now this one's gonna be, I gotta clean all this off, and the screw holes are not gonna line up. So I'm gonna have to split the difference because I don't want the holes to go too close to the edge. And then another annoying thing is the size of the inlet. So it's like, man, can't we just standardize things? Even these are different. But anyway, so if you're looking at getting one of these, the quality of it is okay. It has a pretty smooth action. I think I got this one on eBay. Where did I put the key? Here's the keys. The keys are okay, and the action is pretty cool. It's similar to a gas tank, but you know, it's just annoying that a job that should just take a couple minutes, now it's gonna take an hour, maybe two, to get this all figured out. But anyway, I thought I would share in case anyone out there is looking to change out one of these. So I'm getting off all this silicone, and what I'm finding is working pretty good. I'm using this little spatula, little plastic, and I'm using mineral spirits. I think I got this at Walmart, but this is working really well. I don't know, maybe there's something better out there, but I'm finding that it's not being too difficult to get off. I got most of it off that I could with the spatula. And then now I'm just got this thin layer. And it seems to be not too much. Oh, not too bad. But anyway, I don't know. If you guys know of something better, maybe they'd shoot me a message, let me know. Alright, I'll come back when I got some work done. Alright, so I got the thing cleaned off, but before I commit to anything, I want to make sure that I can get this new thing on here. Because the way it is right now, I mean, they're about the same size. Man, that's going to be quite a stretch. Alright, so I failed at stretching this tube. So the next thing I came up with was, I think if I can epoxy this thing right here. Let's see how it looks from this side. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna epoxy this thing in here, and then I should be able to get the tube right here. And then for the other side, I got this tubing here, and I think once it's on, yep, So I'm gonna put a little piece here, and then I'll slide the other one and clamp it on. So yeah, it was a trip to the hardware store, and it cost just under $3, so shouldn't be that bad. I got some 5-minute epoxy I'm gonna put that on with, so all right, I'll be back. All right, so this is already just about set. I reused the gasket. So now the part that I really don't like, which is drilling yet more holes into the RV. But you know what, I'm gonna take off the gasket for now because it doesn't let me see whereabouts it is that it, the edges, the inner edge. That's pretty straight. Man, these are gonna be like right on the edge. Hopefully it works out. So far, so good. Let's see, that one's going off to the side. Oh no. Let's see if we can save it. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. It won't be the best, but it'll be okay. All right. I'm gonna put silicone on all these holes. Before putting this thing back on. So that's the plan. I'm gonna silicone all the holes, get this through, put the piece of this thing I still need to cut. I'll get this cut and then we'll come back. Alright, so I got some silicone on there. Got the little tubing here and got this epoxied. So now we just gotta get this on and get the screws. Oh, but we need our little gasket. Now, one tip for anybody that may not know, when you got these fresh water fills and you have a tank that's under the trailer, it's especially critical if the tank is under the trailer because of the way that they're mounted. You don't ever want to shove the hose while you're filling it, because what can happen is if it gets full and you're not paying attention, there's a little hole hose that is supposed to let the water out, but as you can see, it's a lot smaller than the hose going in and your hose feeding. And so what can happen is your tank will start to blow up like a balloon. And I've actually seen it where it'll expand so much that it'll fall out the bottom, and it can even crack your floor and stuff. So you never want to shove the hose in there. You want to just kind of hold it and just stay with it while you do it, even though it can be kind of a pain, because otherwise you could end up sorry. But alright, let me button this up and then we'll come back. Alright, so now we're just getting the hoses on. And clamped. Alright, so after drilling, my next least favorite thing is putting silicone on anything. I have some nice, what is that, a Pro Flex stuff. I have a tube of that, but I don't want to open it yet because right now it's November and I figure by the time I use it again it's gonna be all dry, so I don't want to waste it just on one little job. So hopefully this stuff will do. I don't know, I've heard DAP isn't the best, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I'm sure there will be a lot of guys that are like, well, you gotta do it this way. But you know, I honestly, I don't do this often enough to get a good technique, so I just try my best to not make a mess, because that's usually what I end up doing. So yeah, see, I'm tempted to touch it. Maybe I better just leave it alone, huh? So yeah, I think we're just gonna call it good. Should be all right. All right, well, that's my installation of this locking freshwater fill. Hopefully it helps anybody that maybe has been wanting to do it themselves. To give you an idea, there's one thing that I don't like, and that's that this rubber part blocks the little hole. So I think there will be some expansion as as you get some vapor in the tank. So if that becomes an issue, I'll do an update to this video and let you guys know if that happens or not. All right, take care.